Hi, can I get you started with any drinks?
Yeah, I'll have a coffee. Yeah, I'll have a coffee as well, with a large orange juice on the side. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have a Samuel Adams. Dude, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. You're fired.
Samuel Adams. Sometimes it's not a good decision.
Stick around to the end and I'll tell you a little story about this famous Boston lager. Samuel Adams, he hated being called Sam, was the person in his day most synonymous with the Revolution. Born on September 27th, 1722, he was best known for being a founding father and the Boston Tea Party.
It all goes back to the Boston Tea Party, a prank so kick-ass it started a country.
Adams started a group for patriots known as the Sons of Liberty, who had a major part in the Act of Defiance. Fun fact about the Boston Tea Party: the ships that the tea came in on were American-made and owned. The Sons of Liberty disguised themselves as Native Americans, boarded the ships, and proceeded to throw 342 chests of tea into the harbor.
It's the middle of the night, and we're fighting for our right. We're just gonna dump it off.
It took 3 hours for over 100 colonists to throw the chests overboard. They were surrounded by armed British ships, but nobody seemed to resist them. It was 45 tons of tea. That's the equivalent of $1 million today. Aside from the destruction to the tea and a padlock, there was no property damaged or looted, and no one was hurt. Matter of fact, the participants reportedly cleaned up after themselves before they left. Samuel was the 10th child out of 12, but unfortunately only 2 siblings lived to see adulthood. That's rough. He got his education at Harvard, where he studied law, philosophy, and Latin. His mother discouraged a career in law, so instead he tried his hand as an apprentice to a merchant. He hated it and quickly abandoned it for politics, his true calling. He started a newspaper in 1748 called the Independent Advisor. It consisted of anonymous essays written about colonial politics. Adams's writing was heavily influenced by John Locke, an English philosopher and physician commonly known as the most influential thinker of his time and as the father of liberalism. In his writings, Adams argued for reform in government, something still badly needed today. Although he usually wasn't the leader of any command, Adams was usually chosen as the spokesperson for rebellious colonists. He wasn't very attractive and had a weak voice, but he made up for it with sheer intelligence and passion. After the Boston Tea Party, he was viewed as a hero, with Thomas Jefferson even calling him truly the man of the Revolution. Okay, now to the beer.
Did you have to go to the Samuel Adams family to license the name?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy signed the Declaration of Independence.
If you're a public figure, when you die, your name enters the public domain.
Some people, including myself, might think that Samuel Adams Boston Lager is a family recipe passed down for generations. But in reality, Samuel Adams never brewed beer. His father owned a malt house that he worked for, but the business just made malt that they then sold to breweries. Samuel took over the business in 1748 when his father died, and people started messing with him, calling him a maltster. But unfortunately, he wasn't really good at that either, and the business closed down shortly after he took over. Also, the beer that uses his name doesn't actually use his face. Like an 18th century Taylor Hicks, this guy grayed at an early age. He also dressed sloppily and had dull, washed-out eyes. His second cousin John described him as common in appearance, plain, simple, and of middling dress and manners. So, not quite a looker. Man, that's really rough. Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed this, sneak up on the like button and give it a surprise hug. And if you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you can see future episodes without having to look for them. This Founding Fathers series is coming to a close in 3 more episodes, so drop a comment below and let me know if there's any topics that you want to see me cover with my own brand of ridiculousness. And I'll see you next time.